After coming back from holiday in Zanzibar, Raila Odinga vilified the judiciary, more so the Supreme Court of Kenya, the highest court in the land. Before we proceed, I want you to take a minute or so and listen to what Raila Odinga said on the 15th of September 2022 while in Mombasa.
Shame on the judiciary of this country. And I see them protesting and trying to give threats. And we will talk. The constitution of this country gives power to the people of Kenya. And all those other people exercising power are exercising donated power. So the judiciary is no exception. If they become rogue, we have power as the people of this country to reform them and send them home. We can lead a 1 million march to the judiciary to say, "Kwendeni nyumbani." And they would have no choice but to go home. So the judiciary should not threaten, blackmail the people of this country after they have done the messes that they've done. When you do, we say we respect, but we don't agree. And we have a right as a people not to agree with bad rulings of the judiciary. It is our constitutional right to say hii ruling ilikuwa shenzi. It is not based on any law. It is thuggery, judicial thuggery. And we are not going to accept these kind of things. As the people of Kenya, we will not be cowed. We will not be cowed. Nyayo tried it. We resisted him. And we are not going to allow another dictator to come into this country. We're not going to allow judiciary to become a dictator in our country. We will protect our freedom as a people of Kenya. We will protect our freedom as a people of Kenya. So maybe it is time that we begin again now a review of our constitution to look at what works and what does not work.
If it is your first time you are coming across this channel, please hit subscribe and turn on notification. Raila Odinga is planning 1 million march on the judiciary to illegally force his way into government, just like he did under Kibaki and Uhuru Kenyatta regimes. He previously blamed his failure to get the top job as president on IEBC, and now he blames the Supreme Court ruling for his failure. Many people, especially his own Azimio followers and the leaders behind him in Azimio, blame Raila's own poor strategies. They don't blame his opponents, IEBC or Supreme Court for his failure. They are very clear. They put the blame squarely on Raila Odinga's strategy and the team. Raila is responsible. Raila is himself responsible for the outcomes he got in every election cycle he contested in the past. He tried to go for this top seat 5 times, and all these 5 times he has failed to achieve his objective. While Raila is known for demonstrations after every presidential loss, this approach of 1 million man march to force out the Supreme Court judges through this means will not deliver his objective. Many people believe Raila is powerful. Power is a game, and in games you do not judge your opponents by their intentions but by the effects of their actions. We wait to see what Mr. Powerful Raila Odinga will do this time. Previously, he has forced 2 handshakes. What will be the outcome of his maneuvers this time? Personally, I think his best days are in the past. Nothing tangible will come out of this trial, this maneuver. If you remember well, in 2017, he swore in himself as the people's president and forced Uhuru to extend his hand to cool down the political temperature. This resulted in the infamous handshake that pushed the current president, Dr. William Ruto, into a corner. That is history now, and there is change of guards, and President Ruto is in charge as we speak. Now, Raila's insidious or subtle effort designed to undermine the public trust underpinning the judiciary may be the most dangerous and have the most long-lasting effects as compared to what he did in the last 5 election cycles. This time, what he is doing is dangerous. Every successful judiciary and the country it serves generally depend on public trust. If you divorce public trust in the judicial process, the likely outcome is anarchy or lawlessness. This is really very dangerous. In essence, Raila is saying Supreme Court is corrupt, and that is why he lost his petition. If the insidious attacks he's aiming at the Supreme Court succeeds in undermining public trust in the judiciary, even political change that he seeks may not put back together as it were before, because there will be breakdown of law and order. It will be difficult to put the gin back into the bottle, as it were. In effect, what Raila is doing is contempt of court, which includes disobeying or ignoring the outcome of a judicial process. Whatever Raila tries to do this time, in my humble opinion, there will be no avenue open for him to maneuver and force a nusumkate or a handshake. None at all. If that is what he is looking for at this point. But I don't think Raila is looking for nusumkate, which he knows is not going to come forth. His aim is Gari Anguka, Dereva Kufa. He wants to see Kenya burn because he failed to get the chance to lead. I have 4 reasons why I believe there is no room for Raila's drama to succeed this time. Number 1, he has no partner to support him. Uhuru is now regional peace envoy. Mudavadi, Wetangula, Rigathi Gachagua, just name them, are in government. Who will support him? Do you think Joho and Junet will help Raila topple the government? Number 2, Raila is dealing with President Ruto, who is ruthless and is not someone who can be frightened easily. He has reputation of a fierce fighter, and people across the board respect him, and they fear him more than even respect him. Raila is no exception and includes these people. That is why you don't see Raila talking ill about President Ruto. Number 3, the system is independent, and many times President Ruto and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua repeated times and again that the police, the judiciary, and other government institutions are independent. They are not just saying that for the sake of saying it. They repeated this message many times in the last couple of weeks so that people can understand and the message can sink in. And if someone is caught or someone is caught up with the system, they don't come and say so and so was behind my persecution. So the institutions will deal with these people, not Gachagua and not even Ruto will intervene, because mzigo yako ni yako peke yako. Number 4, Raila has very few followers now compared to previous times when he tried to contest for the president. Unlike in 2017 and 2013, he had many followers and people went out to demonstrate and even some were killed. People are now tired of demonstrations and taking in tear gas and bullets is not something people are ready this time. I don't know what you think. Please drop your comments below.